Soldiers patrol neighborhoods in Juba. When fighting between rebels and government troops broke out nearly 2 weeks ago, people living around here were caught in the middle of the violence. Many families are still sleeping at the UN base where they sought safety. Now officials are trying to convince people it's safe to go back.
To minimize the looting and the losses that are being incurred into the population or inflicted on the population, we have to deploy forces, police, national security, the army in a different location to maintain law and order. Now we are trying to disarm those who roam with the guns. We are trying also to disarm those who are not allowed to have to possess guns and say that people go back to their home.
This is where many people were killed. People haven't come back to this part of town. It's eerily quiet. Most buildings have been looted. This used to be a supermarket. There's nothing left. Some of the damage caused by days of fighting can still be seen, but parts of the capital are busy. People are trying to move on. This family wants to go to Bor in Jonglei State to bring back the remains of their loved one. He was a brigadier general in the army who was killed on December 16.
It was difficult to get his body. His own colleagues got his body, and he was buried somewhere in the bush. Yeah, cause could not be brought here. There's no way. Could not be taken to Bor. Also was fighting, and so they were cut it off somewhere. So they buried him there.
Juba is relatively quiet, but there is still fighting in the oil-rich states of Unity and Upper Nile State. The Kenyan president and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia were in the capital trying to broker peace talks.
The issues we discussed were, among others, one is on the cessation of hostilities, and the second issue is on the immediate start of talks or dialogue to settle the issue politically. And the third issue is on the detainees who were suspects of the coup. And the fourth is the humanitarian crisis.
But for that to happen, the president of South Sudan, Salva Kiir, and his former deputy, Riek Machar, who he accuses of attempting a coup, need to put aside their differences and compromise. Haru, Mutasa, Jazeera, Juba.